Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We've got some big news, bad news, I guess, for Netflix. Netflix is letting go of several kids and family executives. This actually hit deadline yesterday. They're letting go of the folks in charge of kids and family entertainment, probably includes some animated series. We don't know what the ramifications are going to be yet, which shows will be affected, if any, or if it ties into our theory that possibly some shows like She-Ra have actually been cut loose. We don't know. We don't know. We're going to talk about it in this video, though, and give some thoughts on where we think Netflix is right now in regards to family entertainment, cartoons and all of that. So please subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel already. We hit 50,000 subs last week. We're hoping for 100,000 by the end of the year. That would be amazing. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for your support and for, putting up with our opinions. So here we go. Deadline. Netflix lets go of kids and family executives. Exclusive. And I don't see this on any other website. I'm not seeing this anywhere else. This was actually kicked over to me by an animation insider friend of ours, name withheld, but they kicked it over this morning and said, you really need to take a look at this. This might actually shed some light on some stuff going on right now. Exclusive. There have been a handful of exits at Netflix as executives from different areas related to kids and family programming are gone. They're gone. According to Nellie Andreeva, she's learned that layoffs took place over the last 2 to 3 weeks. 5 people were impacted. So some of these are actually pretty major names. The list includes Jenna Boyd, director, Kids and Family Original Series. So the director of the Kids and Family Original Series is gone. Jill Stewart Sanford, manager of original animation. Gone. Josh Fisher, creative executive manager, original animation. Gone. Shannon Smith, counsel, business and legal affairs, and Julius Harper, manager of interactive. So it seems like it's mostly the animation division that's been impacted, and they canceled Tuca and Bertie last month, and the internet was not happy about that. It seems to be really hit or miss which animation that Netflix picks up or renews. We know the animation is more expensive. Now, Netflix supposedly was going to put more focus on animation. They supposedly opened a studio to do more original animation, but now we're finding out that some of the people who may have been associated with that, they're gone. The original animation people are getting cut. So I hear the departures are not part of cutbacks in kids and family programming, which has been one of Netflix's growth areas in the past couple of years. No other layoffs are expected. I hear Smith's role will likely be absorbed by another Netflix BA executive, while the other positions will likely be refilled. Interesting. Netflix stepped up its expansion in kids and family programming in 2017 with the hire of Melissa Cobb, then Chief Creative Officer and Head of Studio for Oriental DreamWorks, as VP Kids and Family. Now, Melissa Cobb was mentioned in a press release a couple of weeks ago regarding a new slate of animated and live-action programs to their library targeted at children, but it seems like she's dealing mostly with young children now, with very young children. Now, she does come from DreamWorks. I don't know if she has any association with shows like She-Ra or if she was involved at all, but they're talking about how they're going to introduce all these new shows, and they all sound like they're very, very young. They're very young shows. They do mention, I guess they mentioned She-Ra here at the end and Carmen Sandiego. So this is a very interesting thing to make a big deal about how they're going to have more children's programming on Netflix, to stress that this has nothing to do with the financials at Netflix, which anyone who's been watching the channel knows that Netflix is not in a terribly good place right now, and then to turn around and cut their animation executives. So that's really interesting. I don't know what's going on. Nobody seems to know what's going on, just that Netflix is starting to chop people. So this kind of brings us back around to the situation with some of the other shows that are sort of up in the air. We know that Tuca and Bertie is definitely gone. I don't know where shows like The Dragon Prince or Hilda currently are right now. Now, shows that have a production partner, tend to have a better shot. I think it's staying on Netflix because Netflix is not eating all the costs themselves. In She-Ra's case, it's actually DreamWorks that apparently is eating most of the cost of that show. But we speculated earlier in the week, and we got a lot of pushback from people. We speculated that She-Ra might be done. It might be done. They might be done working on She-Ra, whether it's just canceled after season 3 or they have a couple of episodes left to wrap things up. There does seem to be circumstantial evidence that She-Ra at least is no longer going to produce any new episodes, or the episodes that are released are ones that they've already wrapped up. Reasons for this, a couple reasons. Well, we talked yesterday or the day before about Ray Geiger, who's the character designer on She-Ra, and they are looking for work. And on their resume, it says that they've been out of work since like April or May of this year, which tells me that She-Ra, whatever they worked on She-Ra, probably wrapped up in April or May of this year. Don't know exactly what's going on. Showrunner Noelle Stevenson is promoting a new graphic novel. Now, showrunners usually work very, very long hours. They work 12, 16-hour days. She had time to put together a graphic novel. The only thing I can think is she had time to put together a graphic novel, maybe, in the evenings working on She-Ra, or, maybe her role was over. I don't know. It's weird now that she seems to be focusing mostly on the graphic novel, promoting the graphic novel on Twitter. Again, circumstantial evidence, we don't know exactly what's going on. Nobody seems to know if there's going to be another season of She-Ra, but, having all these animation executives get suddenly cut from Netflix does not seem like it's a very good omen for, people producing animated shows at Netflix unless they're bankrolled elsewhere. So who knows? Going out to Motley Fool, they put this out yesterday as well. 4 reasons Netflix cancels its original programs. Now, we know the big one is obviously money, or lack of. Netflix is not doing so hot these days. Disney Plus and HBO Max are on the horizon. They're definitely going to take a bite out of Netflix's market share, and maybe they're playing it cautious. They're not greenlighting a lot of really expensive shows right now because they don't know how things are going to turn out, and animation is very, very expensive. But people are talking about Netflix and their tendency to cancel series after 2 or 3 seasons. And here they're talking about why they cancel. They usually cancel the shows. They want to keep it in-house. And some of the shows on Netflix, frankly, aren't completely Netflix original shows. Sometimes they're co-produced. Sometimes they're actually produced by a competitor. Again, going back to She-Ra. She-Ra is actually produced by DreamWorks, which is owned by NBC Universal, which is also going to have its own streaming app. And it's taking Friends away. It's possible that they might take away She-Ra. Maybe they'll continue She-Ra on their app or something. All of these other people coming into the streaming space is definitely going to mess with, some of the shows staying on. Here comes the competition. They talk about Disney, and while the Marvel shows got canceled because of Disney being their biggest competitor and Disney Plus launching this fall, and they say, according to the calculations, it says Netflix is a movie and TV company, but also a tech company. Like many other tech companies, Netflix makes extensive use of data. Nobody knows how this works. Netflix knows what people watch. It knows how much it costs to produce these shows. It means the cancellation decisions are being informed by some very cold calculations. Basically, if not enough people watch, if it's not bringing anything to the table, it gets chopped. The effect is visible in Netflix's decision-making. Management seems to be partial to 3-season runs. A disproportionate number of original series are being cut before they turn 4. Again, thinking She-Ra might be done, but we don't know. That seems to be the cost-benefit sweet spot, and Netflix appears to be willing to act on that, even despite fan outcry. Tuca and Bertie. A lot of people were upset. Netflix is like, not enough people watched it. Sorry. So, yeah, they're basically just talking about the numbers and how they're very fuzzy. They do mention Tuca and Bertie. They said, we don't know how Netflix is using its recommendation algorithms or whether or not shows like Tuca and Bertie are getting a fair shake. Again, Tuca and Bertie obviously is not a show made for me, but I do watch a lot of adult animation. It was never recommended to me at all. Like, I didn't even know the show existed until there was outcry about being canceled. So this is a gripe that the creator of the series had hinted at in public, and I think this is a problem, because it seems like so many people who have shows on Netflix are left to promote the shows themselves, and you might get lucky like Stranger Things and have a hit. But most of these shows, it seems like, if you go out to social media, they're trying very, very hard to promote these shows themselves. The individual studios are trying to promote them. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We don't know where this is going to leave Netflix in terms of animation content, or if all the animated content that's going to be produced on Netflix is going to be for preschoolers. I mean, that's what it's kind of looking like to me. I have no idea. But very interesting. We're going to watch it. Stay tuned to Clownfish TV for more information as we hear it. We'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.